This podcast is part of the Garnet Media Group podcast network. Garnet Media Group is a partnership between the student-run media outlets at the University of South Carolina. Find out more about Garnet Media's podcast and other student work on garnetmedia.org.
The men's basketball team at the University of South Carolina is expecting an exciting new recruit.
A local star from Ridgeview High School recently committed to the university and plans to play for the team this season.
I'm Riley Hackett.
And I'm Caroline Smith. You're listening to In the Loop with SGTV News 4.
UofSC is ready to welcome a new star basketball player.
The WHO has declared monkeypox a global health emergency, with cases now being reported in South Carolina.
UofSC President Michael Ramirez hired the final 2 members to his cabinet, while Skittles candies are under fire in a new lawsuit.
The results are in for the 2022 Doodle for Google contest. And finally, we have your weekly update on local entertainment, including a popular traveling art exhibit visiting Charleston.
Gigi Jackson, a 5-star recruit from Columbia, announced Saturday that he will be joining the Gamecocks basketball team for the upcoming season.
Jackson had previously committed to UNC in April, but decommitted on July 14th. He was ranked as the #1 player in the class of 2023 in South Carolina.
SGTV reporter Will Kronsberg has more. How are you today, Will?
I'm doing well, and Gamecock fans absolutely ecstatic. Gregory Jackson, more commonly known as Gigi, has flipped his commitment from the want-to-be Carolina to the real Carolina and plans to play starting this winter. Jackson, originally a 2023 prospect and ranked as high as 2nd in the class last month, decommitted from North Carolina 2 weeks ago and announced his intentions to join the Gamecocks a year early last Saturday. This has long been a speculated move for the Columbia native, as we discussed his potential crosstown move on Palmetto State Sports back in March when Gamecock basketball coach Frank Martin was let go. Even with Martin, who Jackson has described as, quote, definitely my guy, no longer a Gamecock, new coach Lamont Paris has added a major piece to his first recruiting class.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
The World Health Organization declared monkeypox a public health emergency of international concern on Saturday. This classification is designed to spark an international response to the 21,148 cases of the viral disease across the world. The United States currently has 4,906 confirmed cases of monkeypox, according to the CDC. Here in South Carolina, 14 patients have tested positive for the rapidly spreading disease in the past 3 weeks.
Monkeypox is caused by a virus in the same family as the smallpox virus. It's transmitted through close contact with an infected individual's lesions, bodily fluids, respiratory droplets, or contaminated belongings. Only 3 to 6% of monkeypox cases have been fatal, according to the World Health Organization. Because the monkeypox virus is similar to the smallpox virus, the smallpox vaccination that was given to Americans routinely in the 19th century can protect people from monkeypox. There are 2 vaccines that can prevent monkeypox specifically, but the supply of these vaccines is low in the US. In some cities, people interested in getting the monkeypox vaccine must meet eligibility requirements. In South Carolina, DHEC has focused on vaccinating men who have sex with men who may have been exposed to the virus. Men who have sex with men make up a large portion of the people affected with monkeypox so far. However, monkeypox can affect everyone regardless of sex or orientation.
As we approach the beginning of the 2022-2023 academic year, new President Michael Ramirez has rounded out his cabinet.
Michelle Dodenhoff will return to the position of Vice President for Development, having led fundraising efforts for the university from 2004 to 2013.
J. Rex Tolliver will assume the role of Vice President of Student Affairs and Academic Support, joining Ramirez in the move from University of Illinois Chicago, where he was the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs.
The new hires will begin August 22nd, pending final Board of Trustees approval on August 19th. Fans of the ever-popular Skittles candy may be in for a shock, as their favorite sweet is currently facing a lawsuit.
Mars Corporation is being sued due to the discovery of a troubling chemical in Skittles. SGTV reporter Grace Weismantel has the story. How are you today, Grace?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So why is Mars Corporation being sued?
Janelle Tams, a resident of San Leandro, California, is suing Mars Corporation over claims of unsafe levels of titanium dioxide in their Skittles product. Tams is arguing that the Mars Corporation failed to properly communicate the dangers of this chemical to consumers. The California filing states that a consumer, quote, relies on the ingredients list, which is provided in minuscule print on the back of the products, the reading of which is even more challenging by the lack of contrast in color between the font and packaging, end quote. Tams is now seeking damages for fraud and violations of California consumer protection laws.
What is titanium dioxide and why is it dangerous?
Titanium dioxide is a chemical compound that is used to add color to thousands of food products, such as chewing gum, baked goods, and salad dressing. However, this substance is also used in paints, plastic, and cosmetics. Since 1996, the Food and Drug Administration has viewed titanium dioxide as a viable ingredient in human foods as long as it does not exceed 1% of the food's weight. However, this lawsuit has led to further acknowledgement of the effects of titanium dioxide, such as potential damage to the spleen, liver, and kidneys.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.
We have a few updates on a story from earlier in the month, the 2022 Doodle for Google contest.
One of the submissions for the contest was 10-year-old Elitia Haven Ramirez, a victim of the tragic shooting in Uvalde, Texas.
Elitia was a talented young artist who dreamed of one day attending art school in Paris. Elitia said about her art, quote, "I want the world to see my art and show the world what I can do. I want people to be happy when they see my passion in art," end quote.
Google is honoring Elitia by spotlighting her doodle submission, and it is highlighted on a special memorial page. This year's Doodle for Google theme was, quote, "I care for myself by," end quote. Elithia's drawing depicts a girl sitting on a couch with a dog and a ball of yarn.
On July 28th, Google announced the 5 national finalists, one from each of the 5 age groups. The winning artists are from the states of Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Missouri, and Florida. The national winner will be chosen from these 5 finalists.
The grand prize for the final national winner is a $30,000 college scholarship, a $50,000 technology package for their school, and their winning doodle featured on google.com for 24 hours. Google has not yet announced the national winner.
It's go time. A popular immersive art exhibit celebrating Vincent van Gogh is now at the Charleston Area Convention Center.
The Beyond Van Gogh exhibit is here to warm our arts and will be in North Charleston until September 5th. SGTV News 4 reporter Calista Pushman has the story sketched out. How are you today, Calista?
Oh, I'm doing even better after hearing all those puns, Caroline.
Thank you so much. Well, in hue of this coming attraction, can you shade some light on what makes this exhibit so unique and, dare we say, irregular?
I certainly can. This exhibit is called Beyond Van Gogh for good reason, because it truly goes beyond any art museum I've walked through. While the exhibit does have the traditional history of the artist and classic canvas pieces, the interactive components of Beyond Van Gogh are truly unmatched. With the use of technology, over 300 of Van Gogh's works are projected and animated in a room of screens, allowing guests to not only view his work in this totally new medium, but to also be a part of the painting themselves. Which, speaking of being a part of the painting, you can physically step into some of his work, most notably a display of his painting, The Bedroom. This display is a 3D recreation that allows guests to sit on the iconic red bed and get a fantastic photo op that creates the illusion of being in the actual painting. You can find out how to Van Gogh to this event by checking out the Beyond Van Gogh website.
Thank you so much, Calista. Modern art does love to blend the rules, and I feel certain that this popular exhibit will draw quite the crowd. We have more local entertainment for you in just a moment.
The Southeast Crab Fest will be at Saluda Shoals Park on Saturday, July 30th at 1 p.m. This event features all-you-can-eat fresh blue crabs and music in a family-friendly environment for the entire family. Tickets start at $15 and are anticipated to sell out, so make sure you buy a ticket. I am a big fan of blue crabs, so I will definitely be checking out this event. I have to get some of that. What about you, Caroline?
I also really like crab, but I consider it to be more trouble than it's worth to have to crack open all the shells to get the meat out. It's just not a fun experience. Well, if crabs aren't to your interest, you can go to the Koger Center for the Arts in downtown Columbia to see Jersey Boys, the musical, on Sunday, July 31st at 7:30 p.m. Jersey Boys is a Broadway musical about the music of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. When I was in the show choir at my high school, we sang a medley of Jersey Boys songs, and it was quite fun.
I have not seen Jersey Boys, but I will have to check it out. I love musicals, and I was actually really impressed with the Koger Center when I went last.
It's a beautiful place, and that December 1963 song is iconic at every party.
Our next event is a drag brunch at Main Course in Columbia on Sunday, July 31st from 12 to 3 p.m. This event features mimosas and brunch while drag queens entertain the crowd. It's hosted by Paris LaFerris, and this is actually a recurring event that happens every Sunday. So if you can't make it this Sunday, you can check it out next week. I want to go to this so badly. I have not really interacted with drag queens much in my life, but I think this will be a great introduction.
And I think it's so exciting. This is a recurring event because I don't live in Columbia. I can't just go this weekend, but maybe we could go sometime after we come back to campus in the fall.
As for your weather forecast, today's high is 96 degrees, while the low is a welcoming 79. For the next few days, rain can be expected over the weekend as sweltering temperatures continue into next week. Over the past week, stocks are up. The Dow Jones Industrial Average increased by 362 points, the Nasdaq increased by 137 points, and the S&P 500 increased by 74 points. Keeping you in the loop, I'm Riley Hackett.
And I'm Caroline Smith. Join us next week to stay in the loop.